Wonderful. Just wonderful. Thank you. Well, welcome to another edition of the Half-Hour Comedy Hour. I just have a question before we start. And be honest with me, y'all. All right? Does this match? Okay. All right, good. I was kind of nervous, you know. I don't know if it matches myself, you know. I know this matches. I'm brown, this is cool, you know. My eyes are brown, everything's going good up here until I get down here. I don't know. It's green, I didn't know about this, but I'm glad you say it matches, you know. And you realize if I didn't have this little black thing right here, you could probably mistake that I was naked, couldn't you? With this shirt. People at home go, honey, he has no clothes on, that's not... But anyway, we'll get the show started. This next, the first guy is a very funny man. You may have seen him on Star Search, Caroline's Comedy Hour, Evening at the Improv, and he's here for you right now. How about a hand for Mr. Frank Santorelli?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Had to stop drinking for a while because I wound up on the bathroom floor. You know how that is, right? I'm laying there. I open my eyes. I see the bathroom scale. So I weighed my head. The hardest part was trying to see the numbers at the same time. 22 pounds. My head weighs 22 pounds. I'm very depressed about it. I'm a fathead. And you know, since I stopped drinking, if you don't order alcohol, they give you the big crazy straw. Now, it's kind of hard to be tough or cool in a nightclub when you got the big crazy straw. Could you see me if I got into a fight or something? You're like, hey, listen, buddy. I'll kick your ass all over this bar. You mess with me, pal. The last guy in the world you want to mess with, pal. Because I'll tell you something, man. You mess with me, I'll be your worst nightmare. I had a teacher in school. She always had that white stuff in the corners of her mouth. I never wanted to be like that, ever. I have this phobia now. When I meet new people, I always go, hi, how are you? Or when someone's talking to you and they have food stuck in their teeth, does that bug you? You're talking to them, you're not listening to a word they're saying. You look at me and think, that is disgusting. Right here. Or a woman smiles, she got lipstick all over her teeth, she's going, But the worst part is if somebody's talking to you while they're eating, and right in the middle of what they're talking about, a microscopic food particle will come out of their mouth at hyperspace. And it hits you. Do you react to this? Do you go, what is this? Or do you just pretend like it didn't happen? You're talking to him and it goes, it hits you and you go, yeah, I know what you're trying to say. And you go in the next room and you go, where the hell is it? How about people that have to look at a light to make themselves sneeze? You know these people that get a sneeze and it won't kick in and they start going. People that sneeze in threes, you know these people, they go. You're like, what the hell is happening to you? Are you sneezing or are you having a heart attack? Other people sneeze, they don't make any noise. This freaks me out. They go. They're going to blow your ears apart. It's going to go. Other people sneeze, it's like a total body orgasm. They're going. Nightclubs. You ever see this? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. The bar is closing up. The lights come on. There's always one guy like this. Apparently you've seen this guy. And his buddy goes, hey, Joe, you want another beer or what? And he goes, and as all the women are leaving the club, he's going, where are you going? Now, how come you never see women like that? Or do you? I don't know. I don't know where you guys hang out, you know? No, you never see women going, woo, 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 woo. I am hammered and retaining water big time. Watch a lot of TV. Remember on Saturday when the cartoons were done, those NFL highlight films would come on? The ones with the guy with the voice? Like, even if you were in the next room, you heard, he was born Earl Christian Campbell in a small town called Tyler, Texas. In Super Bowl 12, the Miami Dolphins had one mission: find Larry Brown and punish him. Then you see the quarterback? Do you have neighbors? People live next door to you? Anybody? Quick show of hands. They're weirdos, aren't they? This guy's working on his car for like 17 hours in the driveway. I know he's not a mechanic. He's changing his muffler. I go over there. He comes out from under the car. His head is bleeding. His knuckles are all busted up. He's got dirt in his hair and his eyes. He looked me right in the face. He went, "Save $28." He's got this dog, right? And it's about this big, okay? 5:30 in the morning, you hear this dog going, 5:30 in the morning. Picture yourself laying there. 5:30 in the morning. I'm taking down Morse code. There's this big long pause, and just when you think he's done. And you know what he's barking at? You know what he's barking at? Nothing! Hey, thanks a lot. You guys are good. I gotta go.
Hello, folks. Come on in here. That was Frank Santorelli you just saw. This is Gabe Abelson. He's coming up next. How you doing, Gabe?
I'm doing good. It's great to be here. Hudson Theater.
What do you think about this theater?
This is great. This is great. As a matter of fact, it was named after Henry Hudson, who discovered the river, and then he saw Broadway right here. He figured, why not a theater? It's a perfect place.
Oh, that's the connection.
Yeah.
Little fun fact with your comedy.
You never knew.
Okay, well, this is also the Hotel Macklowe. How does that...
Well, Macklowe, of course, wasn't as famous, but he had a pond. He had a pond, so he figured the hotel. You get a room and
body
water.
Of water thing.
I
see.
Do you think this room is small enough here?
Oh, well, you only got to get made up in here. My lips can barely fit in here.
This guy doesn't even have a camera. He's got a lens in his eye. There's not enough room for a camera, right? You see that?
Thank you. This next gentleman, second time here on the Half Hour Comedy Hour. You may have seen him on the Today Show, and he is a very funny gentleman. Please welcome Mr. Gabe Abelson.
All right. What a great group. You guys sound great. This is the greatest city in the world, don't you think? All right. Certainly the best town to see movies in, because the stuff that people yell out in the theater is better than the movie itself. Isn't that true? First time I go to see Superman, I go to see it right over here in Times Square. And before Superman even starts, a guy on the left side of the theater goes, "It's a bird. It's a plane." And this guy on the right goes, "It's your mother." Yeah, after that it was downhill, So, same thing happened. I went to see Batman. I go to see Batman. Right behind me in the theater are these three little kids, about 8 years old, cute little Spanish kids. And throughout the entire movie, the kids keep going, "Batman." It's the whole movie. They're going, "Batman. Batman." I don't know what that is, but I'm walking out of the theater going, "Batman." Es Batman, es film historia del Batman, es Michael Keaton as Batman, Kim Basinger, El Bimbo Grande. Batman. So I got tired of hearing people yell stuff out in the movies. You know what I did? I treated myself to a Broadway show. I did. I spent $60 to see Phantom of the Opera. It was worth it. It was like orchestra seats. Different crowd, different environment completely. You know, I'm getting ready to enjoy the musical. And before the curtain opens, this kid in the back goes, Phantom! So did you all see the All in the Family retrospective? You see that? 3 of you? I love that show. I tell you, I watched that show. I was thinking, this is the perfect couple. You know, Archie and Edith should have been president and first lady. So anything you see that? Edith comes running into the Oval Office. Archie, Archie! The Germans tore down that Great Wall! Jeez, I bet the Chinks were pissed. The perfect couple. I just got engaged myself, as a matter of fact. Just got engaged. And, yeah. Thank you for applauding the loss of my personal freedom. I appreciate that. Now, you gotta do that. It's too scary to be single now. They were talking on 2020 a couple weeks ago about how they combat all the new social diseases. They were talking about the drugs they use to fight social disease. The drugs are made from a derivative of herring sperm. Isn't that wild? I'm glad they have these drugs. I just want to know, how did they arrive at herring sperm? How many drugs do you have to try before you get to herring sperm? And how do they get the herring sperm from the herring? You know, but they give them a copy of Field and Stream and tell them to go in the back for a second? I'll be right out. They have a picture of a blowfish or something to get me started in there. I don't know. Just anything to kind of get the ball rolling. You ever watch that show? I saw the dumbest guy I've ever seen on Jeopardy the other night. No, these people are usually brilliant just to get on the show. The dumbest guy ever, the host Alex Trebek, says, in 1976 it became the home for Operation Sail. And the contestant says, New York, Alex. He said, I'm sorry, we'll need that in the form of a question. So the guy goes, New York? I don't even think he got a copy of the home game, this guy, you know. See a lot of ridiculous things on TV. The most annoying commercial I've seen in the last 20 years, have you seen this guy's going through international customs at the Paris airport? And the customs agent says, do you have anything to declare? He says, yeah, diarrhea. Yeah, here's a great way to avoid a strip search, huh? Check my passport. No, that is okay. I just go right through, eh? Just don't touch me, huh? It brings new meaning to duty free, I guess. I don't know. No, because it's scary to fly now, isn't it? I mean, with all the terrorism, plane crashes, I'm terrified. I have to travel a lot, and yet they still tell me it's the safest method of transportation. You know, I think if it's so safe, we should have all those emergency instructions where we know it's dangerous to travel. Like right here in New York on the subways. Don't you think have the conductor come over the intercom, say something like, hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your conductor, Angelo, speaking. Welcome to the D train. You'll notice some of the guardian angels demonstrating emergency equipment. If the train should go above ground through the Bronx, a bulletproof vest can be located under your seat. If the vest don't inflate, duck. All weapons may be stored in the overhead compartments. And please, no stabbing until the train has come to a complete stop in the terminal. You'll notice the conductor is turned off the no urinating sign. So just feel free to go ahead and soil yourself at any given moment. Should an unbathed bag lady walk on the train, a small mask would drop from the ceiling. Put it over your nose and mouth and breathe like your freaking life depended on it. And now please return a homeless person to his original upright position. You guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
I have this weird dream. You ever talk in your sleep, Mario?
No.
I heard.
I don't live with anybody, so I might not, you know.
You should tape yourself.
No way I can tell.
I the other night I woke up from my nightmare and I was like, I heard myself talking. I went like, I'll have another parfait, please.
Oh, it must have been eating before you went to sleep.
I don't know. I dream had to be about Carvel because I've never used the word parfait in any other situation.
Well, why would you? Yeah.
Well, and the weird part is, I didn't just want a parfait. I wanted another parfait. So obviously I had 1 or 6 parfaits before I'd awoken.
Don't touch your face. You're messing up her job. She's doing. Karen's working on your face. You touch it. Don't touch it.
I just want Karen to keep working. I don't want her to stop.
Okay, we'll be back with him.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be really funny.
Get that camera out of his face.
When they tease each other. They think it makes it worse. I'm telling Joey's mother. I'm telling Joey's mother. The more they want to pitch you up, the more they modulate. I'm telling Joe. Like the higher the note, the more you're going to flip out. I'm telling. Just like tell my mother. She hates you and your whole family. It's not going to do you any good. But how did this stuff ever start? My parents never said, Eddie, go to school, make fun of Joey and his mother, and sing it, sing it, sing it. My friends, we never got together and worked it out in advance. Joey's mother, everybody. Has to go back in time. It's all inherent. Maybe the time of the Greeks. Caesar wears a toga. Or before that, the time of Jesus. You know, Joseph's not your real dad. You know, because he wasn't his real dad and kids are cruel. You know what the hardest language to learn in the whole world is, you guys know? English in America. You believe that? It's the truth. If you don't believe it, I'll prove it to you. We have to take English in school. People major in English in college. Like, aren't you from here? Yeah, but I really want to learn it good. I mean, well. Or is it good? Well, it's all well and good. Yeah, I just want to learn the language. English is the language that dares you to learn it. The rules are so vague. I before E except after C. Yeah, what about leisure and seizure? All right, screw that rule. All right, let's learn the vowels. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. When Y? Sometimes. All right, we're ready for the exam. Why do some letters sound like other letters? Why does the X sound like the Z? Why isn't xylophone spelled with a Z? Would they run out of Z's that day? Very fine musical instrument you got there, but we already have 0, zebra, and zip code and ran out of Z's, so we'll give it an X, make it sound like a Z, we'll change it later. There are 3 ways to spell 2. 2 ways to spell 1. Fiction and nonfiction are 2 separate words, and fiction means not a real story, and nonfiction means not. Let's make it a little easier on the kids. What do you think? The truth. O-U-G-H. A friend of mine from Spain said the toughest thing for her to learn, O-U-G-H. Up for oo. Rough for coo. Cough for through. Who said it wasn't either? Got a rough coo. Foreigners have the toughest time in the whole world with English in America. And the reason why, too many cliches that if taken literally would be devastating. And I'll give you an example. All right, now if I told you guys you drive me up the wall, you understand what I mean. But tell it to a foreign cab driver. ¿Cómo? ¿A dónde? You get in trouble. But that's not the weird part. The weird part is who was the first person to think of you driving me up the wall? Right, then give it the meaning that it has. You upset me. And then how did they get the rest of the entire nation to understand what they meant? I didn't get a newsletter, you guys. No one came on television and said, today you drive me up the wall now means you piss me off. And we'll be back later to tell you what you pissed me off means. There are cliches that make no sense whatsoever. When people are upset, they would go, for crying out loud. What? For crying out loud, can't they say we're trying to have fun? For crying out loud, it's like an award you give to a kid in nursery school. Here's the award, little Johnny Dixon, for crying out loud. Let's do it. Thank you. Ah! And he wins the award for crying over spilled milk. Splash. Ah! He'll cry at the drop of a hat. Fling, poo. Ah! He's good. Needless to say, we had a terrific time tonight. Needless to say, don't say it. Well, it goes without saying. Then shut up. You know somebody's going to be rude to you when they go, I don't mean to be rude, but hey. There are horrible cliches. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone, that's not very nice. To hell in a handbasket? Depending if you're going to hell, but if you're going to a handbasket, it's so uncomfortable. You're going to go to hell, take a limo. Damn, you're going to hell. They robbed me blind. They took my eyes! Fitting image. Come over here, Johnny. Don't that look like Aunt Tina? Worse than that, adding insult to injury. Hey, cripple, nice tie. Horrible. Barking up the wrong tree. What the hell is that? Oh, excuse me. Like there's a right tree to bark at. Happy as a clam. What guy went down to the beach and so like... How about half dozen of those? And happy as a clam is a weird phenomenon. Happy as a clam is known as a simile. And whenever we use similes for some reason, we always use animals. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's say a man's an animal, trying to pick up a girl at a bar. Tries to show he's strong as an ox, sly as a fox, memory like an elephant. Girl kind of likes him. He becomes slippery as an eel. Regular snake in the grass. Girl likes that, she's going home with him. They're snug as two bugs in a rug. So they go home, they hump like rabbits. Unfortunately, he's quick as a bunny. She's depressed, she goes right to the refrigerator. She's hungry as a bear. He eats like a pig. He goes to the liquor cabinet and gets drunk as a skunk. He drinks like a fish, he's blind as a bat. Next thing you know, he's out in the street naked as a jaybird. But he looks down and goes, damn, hung like a whore, screw her. Anyway, my name's Eddie Brill. We had fun. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you.